And again, really making sure that you're crisscrossing in those hatching marks. If you don't do this, it is not going to stay. And then you're going to have a sad pot that loses its foot as soon as it starts drying. The tedious parts, although with this little guy, it's kind of nice. Let's get some scoring in from the knife. There's some super nice ceramics tools that it's like a metal tool with a frayed set of wires, right? And they're just like, it's super nice for using this. So instead of a toothpick or a needle tool, you could have that metal tool. And again, it's just like all these tiny little wires. I don't know, maybe like 8-10 wires, something like that, that are just like flared out. But we're stuck with a toothpick today. Okay. We scored, now we slip. Anybody a cheerleader in this class? You guys could come up with a cheer. Write me something. Or maybe write me a song, maybe a ceramic song. Henry, if you're paying attention, I feel like you probably know somebody that could write me a good song. I know your musical tastes. I was telling my husband lately, I've been listening to country when I'm working because I can kind of tune it out a little bit and like it's not too distracting to me. I actually like it. Although today, believe it or not, I don't think I listened to any music, which is super weird, but clearly I had tons of stuff on my plate if I went that long. All right. So I put a little bit of slip on both parts. I am just going to take a little bit of water here. Now, I put in your directions that you could put a coil, which is something that's an option for you, because it'll fill in those gaps really well. Like if you have really, really defined gaps, you could take a skinny coil and put it on first and then set your foot on top. But we're just sending it here. We're going with it. Okay. Nice and gentle. Okay. One last few little spots. Scratching and attaching, aka scoring and slipping. All my little breaks on my foot. And a little bit more slime. Oh gosh, I forgot one. Oh gosh. Oh, that would have been the worst. Okay. My ceramic studio has taken over the living room. Mr. Osmond, if anybody knows Mr. Osmond, he's got a sweet ceramic studio. Cool. All right. Next step. Before I put too much pressure, I want to stand up and just double check that everything looks like it's nice and flush. You could, if you wanted, like you could press in, but where my little split, my seam is, that's not going to work out so well. So I'm going to just try and make it nice and flush. Okay, and then that looks good. I'm going to start just putting pressure the whole way around, and then I'm going to start smoothing out all the seams and just start getting it to a good spot where I do not need to touch it anymore. So if you notice that you have like separations and all that stuff too, hopefully you've got some slip in your dish that's been sitting for a while. And you could try and like paint that in. And then you'll end up kind of smoothing those little cracks. What I am going to work on right now is those seams.